They're coming to get you, Barbara.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We have such sights to show you.
Who's laughing now?
Are you crazy? Kill you all! Nightmare you ever had. I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
They're here.
Boom. Here indeed. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hello, hello. Welcome to the 420 episode of Girls Garden.
I may not partake in weed, but I love the munchie idea. I think that's a wonderful experience.
Everybody loves the munchie idea. Also, one of these days, I know everybody's been trying, but one of these days we gotta get you.
Sooner, you don't know how many people have told me that.
I know. Everybody thinks they're going to be the one, too. It's so funny.
It's going to happen sooner or later. Like, it just, like, I don't even, why not? Why not at this point, honestly? But for today, instead of me worrying about it, there are a group of adventurers who survived one tango with the devil's lettuce just to deal with the devil's harvest of evil Bong, King Bong.
I love that description.
Right, that was pretty good. That was pretty solid.
Yeah, that was actually really good. I like that.
This movie was fucking ridiculously, and
it was even more ridiculous than the first one.
Yes, I cannot deny that. I had fun watching it. I kind of skipped over a couple parts, like in a bit of a rush. I want to rewatch it today because I haven't seen it forever.
I learned with the first one that you can skip over a few things of dialogue, like a couple, like a minute or two here and there. You can just skip over it because they're just trying to make stoner jokes, and some of them are not that funny. Some of them are pretty good. But yeah, I mean, this movie was made in 2009, so it was like really when people were starting to talk about making it legal, and it was like being legalized medicinally in some places. It's made in 2009. I don't know about the previous movie. I don't remember the year, but this is 2009 that this one came out. So,
well, that's a good question. When did Evil Bong 1 come out? I'm gonna just open that in a new tab. I have it right here, so I can just. Okay, so there's only 3 years apart in these. So this is 2006, and then number 3, real quick, just to like get an idea of how long between these movies. Number 3. Okay, so this is 2011. So they keep it pretty tight as far as like the film schedule goes, and I think that's a good idea because this is not like this isn't Top Gun. Okay, you can't wait 20 years and like recapture the magic of Evil Bong. You just gotta keep it in people's minds. This is a fun stoner, ridiculous.
Like I guarantee, and I said it with Evil Bong. Like I guarantee these people just got ripped out of their mind one day.
Oh yeah.
And they were just like, oh, yeah, let's write a script.
It'd be really cool if we could have, like, the first one's a girl. Well, this one's a boy, and there's movies everywhere.
And it's her boyfriend that's cheating on her. Damn. Oh, snap.
But hear me out. What if there's boobies everywhere? Oh my god, still.
And
Like,
what
bro,
if
you
we
already
put
said
them at the end so they have to watch the whole fucking movie to see them?
Oh god, we trapped them. We got them trapped. And you know what?
Man, they should have put them in the first scene. You know, that's what HBO does. Like the first 30 minutes, or not even 30 minutes, like the first fucking 15, 20 minutes of a show, titties.
Oh yeah.
Right in your face.
I think Game of Thrones was just like a wildling with their boobies out in the first scene. Like, oh, she's escaping the White Walkers. Oh,
in the freezing cold, just titties bouncing.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, everybody. It's cold all the time here, but let's be nude. Ugh, anyway.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, I like that one, too.
I got these at the latex people from Texas Frightmare. They're there, I think, every year. I feel so bad. I cannot remember the name, but this was the piece that stuck out to me, of course. And I'm like, my little stoner ass from California has to bring this back. And they sold me on the extra eyeball too. This one, unfortunately, was not all black. It had like green and then like a black eye, but it got wet, so I feel really bad. I painted over it, but it looks really cool. But this one I'm babying the shit out of so it doesn't get destroyed. But I got this yellow eye here, and it's cool. A lot of the pieces they make separate pieces that are detachable, and you can like interchange them. It's really neat. So I don't know. Yeah. Latex people plug. I gotta find their card. I'll let you know. But I'm sure Richard might know if I'm sure he's seen them.
Yeah, if he has a chance to hop on, I'm sure he'll help us out. But I will say, I think you made the right call because they had a lot of really cool pieces.
Yeah, a lot of chokers and stuff, but this one really stood out to me. I was like, come on, how can I not?
The fact you can put the eye in the center right there is just unlimited fun.
I know. I can't wait to actually do like a full photo shoot in this piece because I did, I featured it in like some little backyard things for 420, but this guy really needs like a full like studio treatment.
I think you're right. I think we need to go to Curtis's new place.
It's so good.
We're gonna have to take some time to go to Curtis's, the new studio.
Oh yes, Curtis Noble, the Noble Manor. They do the haunts every year. Yep. They bought their own photography studio here in Bakersfield. So they're going to be opening that up soon. I don't know if it's open to like the public yet, but I know that they have models that they do work with every once in a while in there doing stuff. But yeah, it's going to be so dope when they open.
Oh heck yeah! I snuck in with some cigars and like, hey, let me check it out. And it looks great.
Free Red Bull, some bangs for Jessica, and cigars.
And you're in, yeah, you're in. No, I cannot wait to see because I get his vision. Like I love it. I cannot wait to see everything he wants.
It's really dope.
It's gonna be awesome. So
I know, and he's
been the first ones.
Yeah, he's been doing photography for I don't know how many years. I met him. Shit, I was 25, 26, I think. Oh shoot, I don't know. I don't remember when I met them, but yeah, it was a while ago. I've known them for a while, and I'm just, it's really great to see people in your community. Like, I know we went off on a tangent, but it's really good to see people in your community kind of like doing well and really thriving and contributing to the community because, the money stays in town. Like if people in town want to get pictures taken, the money gets filtered back into town, like with stuff. I don't know. It's just really cool.
Oh, I definitely agree. And the fact that he built something that cool is going to help out other, creators in the area.
That place looks huge too. Can't wait.
It's a good size. It's definitely a good size. And there's a lot of sets already like up and ready to be interchanged and stuff. So it's just exactly what we needed.
Awesome. Well, you know what I need? I need to talk about this fucking crazy movie because holy shit. It's been okay, so it's been a little while since we've seen these characters. Okay, so first, before we really get into it, there was an image and they showed it at the beginning and the end of the movie where there's a bust on the wall of like bloody Jesus with a joint in his mouth.
Yes.
And I want that bust, like joint and all. I want that bust. I want to put it in my studio. I want to put it in here somewhere.
Like, I bet you that somewhere out there they have the bust.
And then like the little joint in his mouth. And you know what I want to do? I want to be able to build it to where like some little smoke will come out.
Now you're going full crazy on me, and I love it.
I don't know. I think it would be fun.
It very well could be. Very well could be. Yeah, I definitely noticed that as well. And like you said, it's been a minute since we've seen these guys. But let me see if I can remember all their names. It's
well, I wrote them down.
perfect.
So,
Okay, so
Larnell is the main guy that we saw in the previous film. He's kind of the conspiracy theorist. He's like the main weirdo. And so interesting. Before the first, I don't know, however many scenes you see him, he's got a catcher's mitt in his hand and a joint in the other. And he's either got one or just the catcher's mitt, like no joint or catcher's mitt. He has this on the whole time. I don't know what that was in reference to. I don't know why he was wearing that. I didn't catch it. I didn't hear it. I have no idea. Fucking weird.
I think it is a artistic take by the director to see that he is in fact ready to play ball the entire game. I have no idea. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you.
I almost believed you.
No, it's like one of those things people try to find too much meaning in. Like when this kid dropped his glasses at No. This is like when this kid dropped his glasses at a art installation, and people thought it was an art installation, like one of the pieces. Oh. They're taking pictures of these glasses on the floor.
Like, nah, dude, I just can't find them.
I just can't find my glasses. It's literally what it is. Like, I think they're just being ridiculous, and I think ridiculousness in glove form that works. That works.
All right. Okay, I see it. All right, so he's paranoid from the get-go, right? And he's pacing, and then we hear Alistair, the other one. Remember when he had that like part like I do, but he had like short hair and he looked like a total fucking like weirdo, like 1920s nerd with his look, hair. Yeah. Well, he looks a tiny bit better, and he comes up and he got a call from Larnell apparently, and he's like a professor and he's trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Turns out Larnell lit a college on fire and he's hiding from the feds. He's hiding because the institution, and he starts going off on this like a weird fucking like political rant, which is valid, but what does this have to do with the story? Typical stoner jargon, I would think. If you were trying to be stereotypical about like stoners, you would think they're all conspiracy theorists. They all think weird shit.
This guy just goes straight into it.
Yeah. And he has like one expression on his face the entire time with a fucking baseball mitt in his hand and a joint in the other, and he looks crazy wearing pajamas. I don't know. It's weird. And then Bachman shows up, and apparently he has these weird symptoms where he's just passing out. Narcolepsy, right? Yeah. Random bouts of like narcolepsy, which I've never heard of that unless you're on heroin, but okay.
You haven't heard of that? Oh, it's a real thing. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, narcolepsy I believe is a thing, but just passing out, standing up out of nowhere, like you would think. I don't know. Is that real?
It's real. It's totally real. Oh, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna try to find some like video.
Standing up and just fall out of nowhere.
I think it's like almost like if you see someone with really low blood sugar and they just like, and then boom, they're out. It's almost like that.
So there's at least a symptom then. Or like a preemptive, like sort of like a nod.
No. It's just similar. It's just like it's almost the same. I believe is like totally unrelated, right? But similar outcome, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, yeah, I get the outcome. I just don't understand how nobody sees it coming. Do they just literally fall on the floor out of nowhere, or are there signs to point like, oh, hey, this is gonna happen? I don't know. That's a totally different tangent.
But
let's not talk about that.
It's terrifying, though. That would suck.
Yeah, it would suck because I would, like him, he has no idea what the fuck just happened in the past, like however long. And he's like, he wakes up and he's like, what happened? He's got puke on his shirt. Somebody at the restaurant he worked at threw up on him. And then he hugs the other guy, gets the puke on the other guy's shirt, which is totally unnecessary.
Very gross.
That was gross. And then he does this. As if, like, dude, you just hugged a dude with puke on his shirt and you did this instead of taking the shirt off and removing it from you.
Yeah, that was his place, wasn't it? Like, he lived it.
Oh my God. I don't know. It's obviously, it's a comedy. It's a stoner comedy. You gotta remember that.
Fair.
I don't know. Fair. I know. I have to quit being so fucking crazy about this. Like, I'm not upset, but I have bones to pick with certain aspects of this shit.
Some of that stuff needs to be addressed. It's like, just change the goddamn shirt. It's okay.
I know. Like, you don't have to walk around with puke shirt. So Buckman, we find out he's the one passing out. He got fired, and then Luann shows up. Oh no, Brett shows up first. And Brett was the athletic guy from the first movie. And now he shows up in a fat suit, which they did all of the stereotypical like fat tropes.
Oh God, yeah.
Back in 2009. Oh yeah, but are you like, I was just dripping off my face. I'm so sloppy and disgusting. Like, come on, dude.
They were bad.
They were really just like being awful about fat people.
It was fucking funny. I can't fit behind the wheel, so my girlfriend had driving.
I mean, I get it. That's funny, but like, oh man. The fat suit looks so silly too. It was like really stiff.
His neck, yeah, his neck. Oh my God.
It just was like big old lump. That made me laugh. You could tell from this film, they spent a little bit more money on some like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously they didn't have the best budget, or else it would have been. I really think that if they redid these films, both of them, if they had somebody like Seth Rogen, like Jonah Hill, like those types to work with them and do it, like Judd Apatow maybe, like just the goofy motherfuckers like making these silly movies, like they could really make something.
Yeah, with a little bit extra budget and just a little extra
tweaking with the script and like. Yeah, they have a really good concept, and I'm not just saying that because I'm.
I think it's funny. I'm not. I like those kind of movies. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I like that it definitely is 2009 humor because there is no way that they're getting away with this shit.
Which makes me sad because like
nowadays,
it's like go ahead and do this kind of stuff. Why is that a problem?
I know. Fucking crazy, right? Okay, so Luann shows up, and she's obviously like the prissy one from before. She's like, ugh, I don't want to be seen with my fat boyfriend. He's a slob. He's disgusting. I don't know why she didn't just break up with him if she's going to humiliate him in front of everyone.
Yeah, being a real dick.
So rude. She is a cunt. I hate her.
Oh, my God. No, this can't be right. I'm trying to look for the budget, and according to this website, the movie database TMDB, which I don't believe these people, it said that the revenue is only $91,000 for all 9 of them. I'm calling bullshit. There's no way they made just $91,000. They made way more. So wrong.
Oh, I was gonna say they've made that much.
They've got a cult following somewhere. There's gotta be.
It's just like the cult following for Rocky Horror.
Yeah. Well, maybe not as good. Maybe not as big.
No, not as good. But when it came out, like the people who loved it.
For sure. Okay, yeah.
And then there was like everyone else who was like, ugh.
Oh, damn. That got me. Yeah, but that's true. That is so true.
Sorry.
I need some. But
Hey.
okay, cannot find the budget, but I think you're absolutely right. With a little extra cash in the pocket and a little extra help behind the scenes, because the actors weren't bad; they were perfect for this.
No, the actors had the script that they were given. So I think if they had a professional writer come in and just kind of tweak things here and there, maybe an editor come in and cut some shit out that wasn't necessary, or like moved it around to certain scenes where they could like punch it up.
Yeah.
My thing too. They just needed a good. They just needed people behind them.
A little extra. That's a little extra talent behind the wheel. Not that they did a bad job, but just a little extra help wouldn't hurt. And a different color grader, someone who does the because it wasn't color graded very well. Like the entire film was pretty much monotone, just real life color. And so for a stoner movie, you got to go a little crazy. Maybe some Technicolor to it a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing with going a little exaggerate. Totally exaggerate. That's totally fine.
You know what? They did a little bit with the bongs. You could tell, like when I'm watching the movie, like they weren't just like stationary images. They kind of like tweaked the image a little bit and made like them do like little wiggly things, like as if they were talking. And then they had like a puppet or like an animatronics for the bong. I think it would have been cool if they included like if it was like a big budget, like complete animatronics, and like that would be so dope. You see that big old King Bong on there just blinking his eyes and moving his mouth and doing shit. It's so funny because it's harder to get into because you see things like the Mandalorian and you see the little Grogu and you see his eyes moving and his mouth. Yeah. Like if they just had something like that, I think it would be
brings it up.
Yeah, even if they did nothing else, that would have been the thing, I think.
I think that would be awesome. Yeah, I definitely agree with that too. I think a more mobile bong would be totally awesome.
Right.
But they decide, because they have all these side effects, they decide what? They're going to go track down the problem, which takes them to South America, takes them to the Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't get into what Larnell's thing was. Apparently, because they all found out that they all have these side effects because they were the ones to smoke out of the bong. And Larnell, apparently, the main character, surprise, surprise, a fucking horn dog wanting to sexually assault people.
Yeah, he just starts humping someone's leg, or what's his name's girlfriend's leg.
Out of nowhere, he just automatically. And you know what's funny? Because I am a habitual smoker. I do smoke weed all the time. Those side effects, all of them make sense. Your libido kind of goes up a little bit, depending on some people. For some people, I don't know. I'm not trying to give advice here or be a doctor or whatever, but for a lot of people, libido goes up, appetite goes up, and then oh shit, what was the other one? You sleep better.
You get sleepy.
Yeah, sleeping, fucking eating. Isn't that what people do on a regular basis? This just enhances it a little bit.
Yeah, it's no different than if you're drinking, not everybody gets the same effects, like some people get very angry, some people get funny, some people get sleepy. It's going to affect you differently.
If you're drinking, the thingy goes. And in women, it goes dry as a bone.
But
hey, I'm trying to be equal here.
True, it is true. So yeah, he ends up humping his girlfriend's leg, which is not the best. It's never a nice thing to do, no matter what the situation. I don't think.
No,
But,
that's why I say sexually. He's just like sexually assaulting people. No wonder he's holed up in his fucking apartment. He's like, I'm an animal.
I think I'd rather be the guy eating too much. I think that's the one. Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm okay.
Same. I would rather be, honestly, I would rather be sleeping. Just knock me out. Give me a good meal. Give me a good smoke.
I'll have to think on that one. I like that. I don't mind that though. But so yeah, then they end up with their plan along with the delivery guy, Rabbit. What's his name?
Yep, Rabbit.
Yeah. But in IMDb, he's just listed as delivery guy, by the way, just so everyone knows.
That's so funny because that's all I wrote down. I didn't write his name down. And I didn't even look at that. I just was writing so here's my process when I'm doing movie reviews. I just write down notes that I see about the movie. And for every note for him is delivery guy.
It works because that's exactly what he's listed as.
It's so funny because he has a name tag that says Rabbit on it. And I'm just like, delivery guy.
Yep.
It's so funny too because even on my paper, it takes more effort to write delivery guy than it does Rabbit.
Oh shit. It's like the waitress on Always Sunny though, they never say her name. So it's just
really?
waitress. Oh yeah. It's like an 11, 12 season joke now at this point.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I've only seen a few episodes of that show. I saw the Trash Man one.
Oh, love it.
And I saw there was another one. I'd see it. I don't even remember it. But I'm gonna have to watch that show.
I love Always Sunny. I've seen every episode. I could probably watch them all again right now. Ridiculous, horrible people humor. I love it. Like they might be the worst people ever.
I'm the Trash Man.
Yeah. We don't want a Trash Man perform for the
I throw trash all over the
chew on garbage and I hit him with my can. What?
Wasn't he on drugs heavily?
Pretty much throughout the entire thing, yeah. It's real weird with it, which I love.
And he shit in the trash can, I think, too.
I think that might be the same one.
That's why that one stood out to me.
Recall.
I love Danny DeVito.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, he would be good in these movies. Shit, he would be good in Evil Bong. He could be a Bong.
Well, I don't know. If you want to change the ethnicity of the Bongs.
I forgot about that. Oof.
Yeah,
yeah. My bad.
It's very important that they have black voices, which is
he's a King Bong. So no, just saying. So they made it to South America and they run into that lady.
Because Rabbit told them supposedly where this bong came from, and they were trying to find the origins so that they could get rid of their symptoms.
Yeah. And let me find it. They end up stumbling upon Felicity. Who's
not Felicity, Felicity.
You gotta hit that really hard, which is a terrible name, but she's super pretty, so it's okay.
Why didn't they call her Felicity? And why was she in pigtails? And why was she wearing those big ass fucking earrings?
It's for the jungle, because it's very dangerous out there.
Why do you have to wear gold jewelry in the jungle?
To be seen by your team if you get lost in the jungly areas.
Of course, you think she's hot. You're trying to defend her. How dare you?
Yep. Both of those things. Yep.
Pigtails, little shorts, big earrings, red hair.
I do like it. Yeah. It's hard to deny that. But she was supposed to be there with her dad, I thought, or something. And then, like, did they not show the dad? Or the dad died or something?
I guess her father passed away. Supposedly, they went there because the delivery guy explains that he got the bong from a lady whose husband was in the Peace Corps in the 1960s in South America, and he obtained this bong. And when they brought it home, it killed a bunch of his friends, and so they got divorced, or he died or something. I don't know. And so yeah, this woman inherited the bong, and so that's how these fucking numbnuts got it.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it, I suppose.
Yeah. So basically, they're going to South America because they're trying to find the origins of said bong. Yeah. Because that's the only way they think they're going to heal their ailments.
And totally gonna work. Makes perfect sense. But she isn't alone though, right? She has there's another. Wow, what is his name?
Oh, Larnell's grandfather, turns out, was this father that died, was his partner.
Yes, there we go. Cyril or something.
Yeah. And so that's how, I don't know, this storyline is actually really cool. I think if they, like I'm saying, if they did like a real movie that was like 2 hours long with like a real budget, they could do like a backstory. They could get into all kinds of shit. And it would be like this full like comedy series of...
You could easily like go to FXX or Sci-Fi and have a series. Have like seasons.
It would be so cool. It would be a fun comedy sci-fi series.
So ridiculous,
maybe. I don't know. I love it.
You could add in so much more if you made it, because if you make it episodic, like you could throw a whole episode at like a wild idea of like there's ghosts in the weed now or something ridiculous. That would be fun. That would be dumb but fun.
Well, it's funny because you say ghosts, but the first Evil Bong movie, supposedly, I think we learned that Evil Bong, you die because she absorbs your soul. But apparently, I guess spoiler for what we're about to get into later, King Bong takes your whole body into, like through magic, absorbs your whole body into the Bong world.
Excuse me 1 second. I'll be right back. I apologize.
Okay. All right. I'm going to get into a little bit about, let's see. So they went to South America. They're looking for the origins. And then they run into the girl, like I mentioned, doing the, sorry, I had to pop my neck. Doing the research. And it turns out, apparently, Wendy Williams, apparently. So this woman is doing research on weed that could cure every sort of cancer, basically, that you could ever imagine. And she's been doing this research with her father and Larnell's grandfather as well. So that's very interesting to learn. And then these motherfuckers talk about the Poontang tribe.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting name for an Amazonian tribe.
And of course, they're all giggling and laughing like, this is not a real tribe, you dumb American girl.
And obvious, it's got to be real because, like, there's a story of myth. I love how everyone's super loud now that I'm,
I know, interesting. We're talking about the most disgusting part of the
and they're like storming down here as loud as they can be. Yeah, fun.
Little gremlins.
It's part of my life now. It's just I have to live. Either way,
hey, I'm sure they're great.
they're okay.
You said it, not me. I was trying to be nice. So if they see me in public, they won't swing on me.
Nonetheless,
Teenagers are scary.
Teenagers are the worst. They're mean to me. But back to the story. Sorry, keep going.
I was telling him about how they ran into the girl whose father was working with Lornell's father or grandfather to find these make this weed. They were doing like research on how to make weed that would cure cancer and all that stuff. I kind of talked about it a little bit. And then they somehow what's her name? Oh God, what is her name? The lady,
the researcher lady. I didn't write her name down.
Facility?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Felicity.
Felicity. Gosh dang, yeah.
She takes. Okay. This is the part where I find weird. How does Larnell have just pieces of the old bong? He puts the pieces down. He's trying to leave them for her or something, just proving like, oh, hey, yo, I know what we're talking about, whatever.
No, I wasn't 100% sure. I think I might have missed that. What the guy's deal is.
I missed some things too, I guess.
I think I fast forwarded through their horrible dialogue too far.
That's the only problem I was having. Like that's the one thing I missed. Like, why is what's what I'm looking for? Why is Cyril, the old man, like working with the King Bong or whatever? Like, what?
I didn't get that either.
So
I couldn't figure it out. And all I know is that before he was in a wheelchair. Was there something I missed from the first movie? Like, did I fast forward too hard?
I don't remember. Yeah, damn it. Now I don't remember that either. Jeez.
Dude, I don't know. Sorry, I was like in the zone until I got to this part and I started reading my notes again and I was like, wait, this looks weird. I had to slow down. I don't know if I like this. But I guess she was making super weed. Larnell's grandpa was involved. And they're trying to sell it essentially to pharmaceutical companies so that they can make billions of dollars on this new product, which is interesting for something in 2009. They banned marijuana in a lot of places where it's been proven to have cancer, not necessarily cures, but treatments.
It does help the process.
Yeah. So that's where, like, this, you could tell the directors or the writers were sort of political at this point too, making a comedy, which comedy is a mixture. Oh, what's the formula? It was like truth plus tragedy. Truth plus tragedy equals time, or plus time equals comedy, or something like that. Truth, time, tragedy.
I remember tragedy and time in there.
Plus time equals comedy.
Yeah.
Tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Yeah.
So,
Truth plus
but
comedy.
there's also another saying that with every, like, basically within comedy, there's like a slight bit of truth in it. So I think that also applies to this. And especially because I'm a conspiracy theorist who likes to smoke weed. I like to talk about like the weird things that they put in movies and media and all that. So I think they were kind of catering to those sorts of people with this movie.
I like this quote. It's damn it, why did it go away? Comedy is truth. We should not apologize for it. I like that. And truth and comedy is truth just faster. I think that's a good one too. I like those. So there's it's out there and it's true. Like if you can joke about something that you have facts to back up, it's so much more effective. It's so much more real.
Yeah.
And these guys seem like they knew what they're talking about. Like they had a grasp on what was going on in the time frame that they had.
Right. So, oh my God. Okay, so the researchers, the old grandpa was on the phone with some buyers for this special product. And then Felicity came up upon him. And the evil Bong basically, like, after she makes some sort of weird deal with him, he's able to put the Bong back together because she teaches him, like, oh, I need this special weed to do it.
Yeah.
Because as we all know from the first movie, she thrives on weed. So I guess at this point, if we're talking about lore and magic or whatever, her case is it doesn't matter how many times you shatter her into pieces. If you have the right amount of cannabis, she will come back to life.
Totally good. Kind of like Friday the 13th. Like no matter how much you kill Jason, he'll come back. And Chucky, like no matter how many times he gets destroyed, if you put the doll back together, he's good to go. Like it's no problem.
That's why he looks like he's been shredded every time you see him.
And he's totally back to normal, like at least like motion wise, like he can move and he can kill you. So
that's where it kind of goes into like horror aspect, but like still goofy.
Definitely goofy. Actually, speaking of Chucky, real quick, did you hear about the actor?
What?
The guy. Oh my goodness, what is his name? I'm gonna look this up real quick because this is
Chucky actor.
Yeah.
Brad Dourif.
What was that?
Brad Dourif.
Dourif. No. That's the director, right? Oh no, he's the actor. Yeah.
No, Brad Dourif's the actor.
He's the voice though, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh no. The guy who kind of did some of the motion for Chucky. He's a little person.
That who wore like the suit and stuff for the first movie?
Yeah. What Ed Gale.
Okay.
Ed Gale, he got caught in one of those To Catch a Predator things, like admitting it all on camera, and like when he got caught, he admitted to it. It is insane, but yeah. What do you think? Yeah.
That is wild because, okay, first of all, he's starring in a movie where a doll terrorizes children.
Yeah. Sorry, I know it's way off topic, but I just heard about this like yesterday, so had to get brought up.
Dude, oh, that's my favorite franchise.
The good thing is he is not credited in the movies, though. It's uncredited, so
right.
He ain't that big a deal. Kick him out.
Shit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. 1 second.
That's my favorite franchise. What a bummer. But I mean, that's why you don't idolize people in Hollywood. You don't.
No, they're never. It's never safe.
Yeah, you don't put anyone on a pedestal.
Like one of my biggest idols growing up was Subway guy who made sandwiches. I was like, oh man, he made sandwiches. No, I'm just kidding. But
did you hear Tom Segura's whole story about working with him?
No, what is this on the podcast?
Okay. After we get off here, look up Tom Segura Subway commercials. And there's like multiple interviews of him talking about it.
Yep.
He was supposed to. Yeah. For those that don't know, Miguel and I are huge fans of a comedian named Tom Segura. And,
love that
there's a whole thing about how he was supposed to play, or he booked commercials to do like
Jared Fogel's brother or something, like promoting the bad sandwiches for Subway. Obviously he tells it better, but yeah, that shit's wild. Wild.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing about this one at all, so I can't.
Oh, you're gonna die. You're gonna die when you hear about this.
Man, that just goes to show, though, like something as simple as a dude who talks about sandwiches. Nobody's innocent out there. Like, literally nobody. Oh,
That's so funny.
oh. All right. Sorry. Back to Evil Bong's King Bong. I'm sorry,
Dude. Okay, so they go, and after Grandpa tries to put the bong back together and does, the Poontang tribe comes after them.
Such a good name.
It's just a bunch of topless girls in fur boots. They look like they are going to raves without pasties on. I don't know if you know anything about raving back in 2009.
Oh, the outfits are not. Yeah, those are not unheard of. Yeah, that's
You
exactly
know how they wore those big fucking like furry boots and stuff, and like the skimpy skirts and like pasties and shit.
That's basically what they look like. They turned them into jungle hoes.
That's what the name of the tribe is in Gaelic. So it's okay.
The jungle hoes.
Yep. But and then they never explain why they work for the Bong anyway either. It's like they get no benefit
except for evil Bong. EB says those whores stole my man. I think he was just a powerful entity that he just hypnotized people to work for him and do his dirty work because it makes sense. Oh my god. Did you catch the horrible things he was saying to the guys while they were trying to like smoke so they could... Okay, so hold on real quick. Before they had to smoke on this evil bong to be able to get inside and rescue their delivery guy, because the delivery guy had come up and was trying to blackmail the grandpa and say, oh, I could be your delivery guy to transport all this weed. And so the grandpa did something evil to him. He made him smoke out of that bong, and he got trapped in a world. God, it's really difficult. You guys have to watch it. I swear. Just fucking watch it. I don't want to spoil every single little detail.
Yeah. But in the Evil Bong's defense, like when you first go into the world, like it's not that bad. Seems okay.
A lot of naked girls just rubbing up.
It could be worse. And it does get worse though. It gets much worse.
It does get worse. Yeah.
Cool. Are we almost ready to play that? By the way, I have that video ready.
Oh my god. Okay, so the delivery guy is basically getting turned into a giant fucking joint because he's been kidnapped, and King Bong is basically using him as collateral.
Yes, and he gets the other guys to kind of suck in there because of that.
This clip is wild. This is the only clip that we'll show you from the show, but it makes me laugh so hard every time. And if we can't get it to play, we'll post it on Facebook. Or either way, I think we should post it on Facebook so you guys can see. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm fucking Derby!
The tiny voice, the very, very bad CGI. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, it was horrible. I guarantee you can get better CGI, but the voice I think worked. And just the line, I'm a fucking doobie. It made me laugh. I actually rewound it a couple times and played it over and over. I hadn't seen this movie before, but I don't know what it was, but that line got me every time. Help! I'm a fucking doobie!
It's solid. It works.
Oh my god. There's a lot of stuff that happened in between then that you guys can probably figure out. I won't give away the full ending because I think you guys should watch it. But let's just say that our friends are all right.
They will live on to part 3, part 4, parts. Oh, let's see. Where's the list?
I swear, if they made just a full fucking 3-hour movie with everything and made it amazing, or a 2.5, I would watch it and be just maybe even if they cut it down to an hour, because I mean, like I said, if we're being real, not all of the dialogue needs to be in it. They're not telling jokes that we've never heard before.
No, it was down the pitching mound, right? It's not. Yeah.
And I'm sure an actual comedy writer could be like, all right, let's keep some of this, but let's add some more of this, or I like this joke, but let's punch it up a little bit and add something else to it. Say it this way instead. I like that kind of shit. I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Not in a bad way though.
Yes. Okay. So also, real quick before we go, I did want to talk briefly about the Monster of Florence because we didn't get to finish everything. I'm just going to do it briefly. I know that was a couple episodes ago. We didn't fully get into the second half because things happened. We weren't able to do it. But basically, okay, so Monster of Florence, for those that don't know, he was killing couples in Italy. A serial killer, probably 70s, 80s. He was going around killing couples in their vehicles or outside their vehicles, just men and women together, couples hanging out. There was a dude who was arrested for the crimes, but turns out that the crimes were being committed while he was in prison. So there was no way that he could have been responsible for that. This killer, as far as we know, was some sort of a surgical genius because he was literally, and this is graphic, cutting out from inside out, carving a turkey, cutting out the vaginas of women and literally slicing off their nipples perfectly. We don't know where those body parts are. We don't know who took them. We don't know what's going on with that. And unfortunately, nobody caught them. They thought that it was a few members of the mafia. There were a few people who served time that they thought was doing it, but they didn't do it. They had a lot of the same bullets that they found, but really there was not a whole lot that they could go off on.
Yeah, it doesn't fit enough to where it's okay, this is definitely our guy, or even enough to rule out other people. And that's where, I mean, it's not the first time. Even during the Jack the Ripper cases, there was a whole other one happening that they never found out. The Tim's torso murders, where some dude was throwing torsos into the river and into city areas, full on chunks of body, and no one ever found out who the victims were or who did the murders. Right. So it's not uncommon for someone to get away with this stuff. Yeah. It just blows my mind how often it happens.
Yeah. God, I can't even tell you how many times they explored so many leads. And I think part of the reason why they went after the original Italian mob in Italy is because they already knew that there was a reputation, but I don't think the mob did it. That's not the mob's MO.
No.
It was somebody that the mob couldn't catch, because I would like to actually do a couple episodes on the mob, because the mob didn't just serial kill people. They cleaned up the streets. They tried to keep everything pristine and precise so that they wouldn't get caught.
Yeah, it's the idea of if we can keep order in our area, why would
Mhm.
anyone try to rat on us?
Like John Gotti. I think we need to do an episode on John Gotti. That
Oh,
would
I'm
be
down for
amazing
that.
because, like I said, even Peanut would like to get in on it too because he's seen quite a few documentaries on John Gotti.
They're so interesting. It's we should do it. Yep.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, that was Evil Bong. And the basically just conclusion of the Monster of Florence because we didn't really get into it much. But
No,
yeah, that's
unfortunately.
basically what happened. Like there's nobody was caught, nobody was charged, nobody was held responsible. So
There was a conspiracy theory that the Zodiac killer, who they thought was the Zodiac killer, could have also been the Monster of Florence, but it turns out it's just ridiculous.
yeah, if they were in different countries, I don't know what you expect.
The guy they first suspected to be the Zodiac killer had multiple trips to Europe and in that area, kind of around the time, and they're like, it kind of matches. But then they found out like there's no way the guy they thought was Zodiac was the Zodiac. So why would he be the other guy too? And it all falls apart. Just one piece, and then everything is just so no conclusion on either one.
Wild.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, maybe we'll learn something. I mean, who's to say? DNA is literally biodegradable unless a cataclysmic event makes it petrified in some way or something unnatural sort of happens that preserves it. So who knows?
Fingers crossed. That's all we can do right
Maybe
now.
we'll find somebody because that could explain a lot of things going on during that time period.
That is true. Very true. All right, people. We're going to have to do more evil bongs, too. I'll have to take care of all the bongs. And
we haven't done part
killers.
3. We'll have to do that soon.
I think so. I'm going to say yes to that. I definitely like that idea. But for now, you guys have a good one. We'll see you Thursday for next week.
We don't have a topic yet, so we'll
figure
get
it out.
into it. And, yeah.
But you guys have the great rest of your 420. I'm going to finish my cookie because I got a little bit left.
I'm going to smoke a bowl, and you guys don't drive stoned.
Smart. Don't. Yeah. Do not.
Don't. It's the same as getting a DUI for alcohol. Don't do it.
Not worth it.
No.
So, all right, folks. Y'all have a good one. Have a great rest of your night.
Okay, bye.